I wonder what's on the tube.
Welcome back.
Thank you for being a friend.
What you talking about, Willis?
You are a meathead.
Nothing for you.
Adjust those bunny ears. Don't change that channel, because what time is it, Jay?
It's time for Sick and Sicker. Welcome.
Yes, Sick and Sicker.
My
That's our new show.
Should we call it Sitcom? My face.
Yes.
Well, what are we talking about this week, Nick?
We're talking about the great show on that on FX. I'm talking about Partners.
It's ironic that it's called FX when they don't give FX.
Yes.
They don't give fucks, bro.
Yeah. But I guess before we get into this, we did lose a big sitcom star.
Yeah. Yeah. Were you a big fan of Kirstie Alley, sir?
Yeah, I really enjoyed her on the Cheers years. I didn't watch much of Veronica's Closet, but like
we should say we got to give Nick the pass here. He's got COVID.
Yay!
He's got that Hovid.
Yes, COVID,
Holiday Inn, something like that. And I'm just hungover as fuck, so I got a whole different.
So you're getting us at our best.
It's right. Hey, and it's it's light out. There's nice daylight here for a change.
Yeah, this is strange for us.
cold fucking Saturday afternoon here.
Yeah, I don't even know what the temperature is outside yet. I haven't exactly been outside much.
But yeah, Kirstie, when did she join Cheers, Kirstie Alley? Was it like mid-run, something like that?
Yeah, I want to say it was after third, fourth season, something like that.
I think as a kid, I knew her best from like the Look Who's Talking trilogy.
Right.
I remember For Richer or Poorer was a fun one I used to watch when I was a kid with her and Tim Allen.
Oh, okay. Oh, I forgot about that.
The Amish, they go to the Amish.
Yeah, God.
Yeah.
Jeez.
But yeah, I really loved Look Who's Talking when I was a kid, so that was
that was good.
When I was really young, I really loved that third one with the dogs talking and
right.
Danny DeVito and was it Diane Keaton, I think was the girl.
I think it was the other dog.
Roseanne was the girl in the second one. Bruce Willis was the boy, the baby boy. Yeah, so yeah, sad. She had cancer, huh?
Yeah.
Did we know she had cancer? Did she announce it?
No, I don't think it was like a widely known thing, like that. She was suffering from cancer, and apparently, unfortunately, like during her later days, and that, like with cancer, like she was kind of, I don't know, going a little crazier than the normal, like people in her life were saying, like she was kind of going off the deep end a bit.
Yeah, she was one of them Scientologists, and I've read a few things from a few people that she's ruined some relationships because of that as well. We covered King of Queens last week, and I know her and Leah Remini were good friends at one point. And
they were very close, and then after Leah left the Scientology, it became like a very bitter thing there.
Someone posted a picture of Travolta with all of his leading ladies around him, and they all had died of cancer. I thought that was kind of weird.
Oh, boy.
It was like her and Olivia Newton-John, and there was, I think, 2 others. I forget which ones, but they all died of cancer. I was like, Jesus.
Okay, John, it's something you're not telling us.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Yeah, John Travolta, the leading cause of cancer.
Oh, God. Also a Scientologist, right?
Very much.
He's one of the big ones.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like, other than, like, Tom Cruise, I think like one of the biggest ones you can find is John Travolta there.
So yeah, R.I.P. Kirstie Alley. You may have been a little weird there, but you did give me some laughs as a child. That's for damn sure.
Oh yeah, and once we hit Cheers, like you didn't watch that really growing up, right?
Not much, no. I've seen very little Cheers, honestly.
Okay, so,
which is strange because everyone tells me it's one of the greatest. So.
It is actually one of the better sitcoms, like in sitcom history, I think.
We also lost Judge Mills Lane.
Yes.
Or Mills Lane, who I knew best from Celebrity Deathmatch, probably. Let's get it on! The bald referee from Celebrity Deathmatch.
Yes, for those that don't know Celebrity Deathmatch, Claymation. Claymation was the name of the game.
Claymation celebrities ripping each other's hearts out.
Yes.
Comedy gold.
Yeah, great matches like Al Yankovic versus Al Gore, and I'm trying to remember Hansen, who they fought.
There's a video game for the PlayStation 2. It was like a fighting game where you had a roster of celebrities that were on there, like Carrot Top, and I think.
Oh my God.
I think Tommy Lee was in there, shit like that. It was kind of fun. That was when. Oh God, what was Nicole? What was the blonde bimbo from Playboy? She had a reality show.
Oh, Anna
Nicole.
Yeah.
Anna Nicole Smith.
Right.
She was also a character in there back when she was alive and relevant.
Yeah.
For that 1 year.
I still love the I don't know how much SNL you've watched over years and that, but
not much in the last 10 or 20.
But
before that, a lot.
When they used to have TV Funhouse and they did like Anna Nicole Smith as Smurfette.
Oh God.
It's like, Papa Smurf, my beep itches. It's like, don't you mean your Smurf itches? Yeah, my Smurf itches.
You're just covered in blue goo. What? Rest in peace, Anna Nicole Smith, Mills Lane. Oh, yeah. I remember his Judge show too. That was kind of funny.
Yeah. That's why, like I had said earlier, it's like Judge Mills Lane. Oh yeah, that's right. Hold on. Yeah, the referee guy and Celebrity Deathmatch.
I wonder if he was like an actual judge first, or if he was one of those let's just give him a fucking judge show.
Yeah, like now what do we got? Steve Harvey as a judge? Come on. But partners. What did you know before picking this show about partners?
Well, I actually remember when this was coming out, and I was so excited. I was like, Kelsey Grammer and Martin Lawrence?
Yeah, you're talking about two sitcom big names, two really funny guys.
Speaking of Cheers, Kelsey Grammer,
yep.
Frasier. Yeah, I never really watched Cheers or Frasier much, but I was a huge Martin fan. And I loved Kelsey Grammer from things like The Simpsons, where he's Sideshow Bob.
Oh, yeah.
And, he's been in a few movies I love with him, like Down Periscope, stuff like that. So I was like, oh, my God, Kelsey Grammer and Martin Lawrence. I was like, what an interesting casting choice. These two together. And I guess I expected there to be some more playing with that dynamic than that we really get.
Yeah, and the show. and I was reading an interview that they did, before the show came out, and it's apparently the two of them met at a party at Tim Allen's. And
oh, really?
They basically hit it off, or as Martin Lawrence said, it's like we fell in love, and thought, hey, we should do something. And
so they made Partners, which aired for 10 episodes, only 10,
yes,
on the FX network in 2014.
Correct.
Were you aware of this when it came out at all, or no?
No, I was not aware that this came out. I was not aware of this existence.
Until last week when I was like, "Hey, you want to watch this show, Partners?" Like, what the fuck is that?
It's like, oh, it's 10 episodes. Oh, okay, sure. Yeah, it's as we said, it's an FX show, and this was the time when they were doing this formula of, hey, we're gonna order 10 episodes. If we like it, if it does well, we're going to order 90 more. So basically you have a 100-episode run.
And that was thanks to Charlie Sheen there.
Yes.
Which, if you notice...
That was anger management, right?
Anger management was the Charlie Sheen show that FX did. And he got 100 right out the gate. And if you could tell in this show, they're promoting the fuck out of anger management because there's posters and billboards all over in this show.
Right.
For anger management. Which, strangely, I don't even... was anger management related to the movie at all? I don't think it was.
Yes. Well,
was it supposed to be?
It was supposed to be the TV incarnation of the movie.
Okay. So the pilot, maybe the script was out there kind of based on the movie, and then that's what he just ran with it?
Yeah.
I've actually watched, I think, all of that show, strangely.
Wow.
I don't know why, but I watched it.
Hey.
It was one of those curiosities to say, oh, let's see what this crazy fucker's up to. All right.
Yeah,
and it
like,
had Selma Blair to begin with, who I liked a lot.
Yeah, and this is when he had his tiger's blood and whatever going on.
Now he's just got AIDS blood.
Yes.
Keep it off of me.
But again, yeah, this was the 1090 formula, and well, apparently it did not do well and never got its 90. So that tells you a little bit.
It's weird because I really like Martin Lawrence when he's doing what we love Martin Lawrence for.
Right.
He just doesn't really do it in this show.
No.
He's just kind of there and very subdued and trying to be chill and cool, and you're like,
yeah,
but I want fucking Martin. You know what I mean?
Exactly. It's like if you watch Martin and going into this show thinking that you're going to get any semblance of that Martin, you're going to be very disappointed.
Now tell me if you agree with this. Honestly, if it were mostly them, which I guess it kind of is, and really just got rid of all these boring-ass side characters, it might be a little better, don't you think?
Yeah, like, I think that's one of the problems. Like, okay, the side characters are very one-dimensional, and, yeah, it should be focused more on their dynamic, and I don't know. There was, like, no substance to it. I guess that's the thing. It's like they were.
I like that Martin's also playing another Marcus. I feel like he always plays a character named Marcus, or at least a name with an M. Marcus and Miles and Martin, and that's always an M name, I guess.
Exactly, but like the characters that they play. Let's get into the characters that they play. Yeah, like
you got Kelsey Grammer as Alan Braddock,
right? Now
Martin Lawrence as Marcus Jackson.
Yeah. Now Kelsey Grammer is Alan Braddock. Alan Braddock is a lawyer who's so unethical he's fired by his father's law firm.
Yeah.
Apparently he'll do anything in court to win. Martin Lawrence is more the community activist, and we'll take pro bono cases, and he's the more level-headed guy.
Alan's all about the money. Marcus wants to help people.
Right.
And there's a lot of the only real confrontations they ever have are kind of about that, really.
Right.
When there's some case that comes in and he's like, let's get the money. And Marcus is like, man, no, we can't do this.
Of course, Thelma Hopkins as Marcus's mom, Ruth.
Yes, who I used to love from Family Matters.
Okay, Family Matters. I go back further. Bosom Buddies with Tom Hanks.
Do you know who created this show?
I saw it was created by Robert Boyette and Robert Horn.
Yep. Boyette, we've talked about the Miller Boyette Productions before.
Yeah.
They've done all kinds of things that you hate.
Yeah,
but she was a mainstay for old Boyette here because he also did Family Matters and Bosom Buddies.
Yep.
And he had another show that she starred on here. What was that called?
Oh, and the other cool thing about Thelma Hopkins, not only was she this, actress in these sitcoms we've mentioned, back in the day, she sang, like, she was a singer and sang backup on, like, classics like the theme from Shaft.
Wow.
And Band of Gold, if you know that old song.
Mouth. You shut your mouth.
Yes. Hey, talking about Shaft.
Thelma was also on the other show that he created for her, I presume, was called Getting By. And that lasted 31 episodes. And that was her, Cindy Williams.
Yeah, from Laverne and Shirley.
Yeah. And Richard Mole.
Oh, wow.
5 episodes, Richard Mole. Yeah, so I saw the name and I was like, oh, that's got to be the same guy because I think it was on our Full House one we'd mentioned Miller Boyette Productions.
Yes. Oh, and also she was on Give Me a Break with Nell Carter too.
Oh, never saw that show.
That was a good show. I enjoyed that one. And she was also part of the group Dawn.
As a singing group?
Yes, the singing group Dawn, which was Tony Orlando and Dawn.
Oh, gotcha.
Great songs like "Tie a Yellow Ribbon" and "Knock 3 Times." So, yeah, tell them it's got some credits. Or as they like say in, I think it was the last episode of this, she's got cred.
So yeah, well, did you watch all 10 then?
I watched all 10. I braved my way through it. Again, it didn't help my COVID at all.
I think I got through 9. I think I missed one. I think it's the last one I didn't get to.
Yeah, you didn't really miss anything additional. The 10th one was them making a commercial, like for the for the law firm.
For the law firm.
Yeah.
They didn't have a huge crazy cliffhanger to bring me into episode 11?
Nope.
What the fuck?
Nothing.
Marcus is hanging off a ledge or something?
Nope.
Tune in next week to find out. You're like, I don't care. Let him fall.
Exactly. But I think, you brought it up. It's like there's nothing much to this. It's not that it's a bad show. It's not like, oh God, this is just absolute horror.
Yeah, I never once was like, oh, fucking kill me. This is horrible. It's just kind of like, okay, that was a thing I watched.
Yeah, it was, but it was just kind of like, it almost seemed like it was just rushed. It's like, okay, we have these 2 sitcom stars. Okay, we got to write something quick.
Yeah, they produced this thing, both of them.
Yes.
And I saw Kelsey Grammer actually. I think he directed 2 episodes.
Yes.
So I mean, they had some investments, and I would say, just looking at the performances, I would say Kelsey Grammer was far more invested than Martin Lawrence.
Yes.
Was.
Yeah, I totally agree. Again, if the character was better written, like there could have been something there. But
I don't mind him and his mom. I think is it Telma? Is that how you say it?
Telma, yeah.
I think she's fine as his mother. I think their dynamic is kind of fun. But she kind of pops in and out of episodes.
You know what? I think that could have been also a little more of what was going on. Like, I'll be honest, his daughter, take it or leave it. Like,
I forgot she existed.
Exactly.
So not necessary.
So unmemorable.
And why is Kelsey Grammer's daughter always hanging out at the damn law firm? She's one of the most annoying characters on the show.
Oh, I think she is the most annoying character.
She sits there and plays on her phone. And you're like, why? What teenage girl just hangs out at their father's law firm? Like, get the fuck out of here.
Most of the time, it's supposed to be like, oh, she's there to to get money from him.
Right.
But like a lot of times, like the one time he has the assistant Michael, it's like, okay, here you take care of her. So it's like, like have her help you out. Like.
I will say there was one episode that I honestly laughed pretty fucking hard at, and I don't know if you can guess which one, but was there any episode at all that gave you a good belly laugh at any moment?
I'm trying to remember now because see, first one, they meet in court. It's the whole thing about the divorce and and that his ex-wife was sleeping with the priest. Then there was let's see, you had the second one was the wedding, the gay wedding, with the lady from I don't know if you ever saw Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, but
the good one or the remake?
The remake.
Yeah, I saw it, but I repressed it.
You know what? I'll say this about that movie. Hot take. That movie wasn't that bad if you take Johnny Depp kind of out of it. It's like if you disregard him, I kind of like some of the kids, especially. I think the Charlie in that movie was better than the original Charlie. I'll actually go on record and say that. But that's about it. Yeah.
Yeah, the episode that made me fucking actually belly laugh was the Paranormal Activity parody one, Paralegal Activity.
I'm trying to remember now.
That was the one the girl comes in and she says that she cheated on her husband because she was on like
Oh,
an ambient,
yes. Okay.
like an ambient
I
type
will
drug.
give that was actually pretty funny, especially when Marcus takes one of those pills
Yes,
to get
and
because he's had some insomnia and his ex-wife just texted him and he didn't
we
know.
finally get Martin acting like Martin,
Yes.
where they do this whole
Was the
montage of him
closest.
sleepwalking.
Yes.
Yeah. And he's doing, it must have been right when Paranormal Activity came out. It was probably around 2014 or right before that. But they do the whole, everyone knows the shaky ghost that they do in horror movies, though, like,
Right.
like fucking freaking out. And you have him doing that.
Oh my
I actually
God.
fucking lost it when he's just like, he's just staring at the camera.
And what you call it? He's using a ham sandwich as his
As
cell
the
phone.
Yeah.
And
he wakes up and he's like, "Where?" He's like, "Why the hell is there a sandwich in my pocket?" And he's like, "Because your phone's in the panini press."
yeah,
There were some moments in that episode where I was like, you know what? If you had let Martin be Martin, which I can't even say let him because he produced the fucking show. He could have been whatever he wanted to be. But I think he was doing the movies too at the time where he was kind of trying to tone it down and be a little more normal acting and didn't want to be the crazy.
Yeah,
he had that public thing where he was already labeled crazy. Maybe he was trying to seem a little more normal.
Exactly. And at this time also, I think he was trying to be a little more family friendly too. Like at that time.
Yeah, when he was doing, I think this was probably around the time he was doing like College Road Trip and all those kind of with Raven Simone.
Well, the other creator of the show was also a Disney Channel creator too. Like what's it? Robert Horn? Yeah, Robert Horn. He did the Sweet Life movie and Teen Beach movie and Teen Beach 2. So, yeah, we're talking from that like area of stuff that I really love.
Yeah, the most prominent director was Richard Coral, and he actually was on Leave It to Beaver. He was Richard Rickover for 32 episodes of Leave It to Beaver.
Wow, that's crazy. Okay.
But he did stuff like, Raven's Home, which I guess is the reboot, Fuller House, Jesse, Lab Rats, Liv and Maddie. I think these are all kids shows.
Yeah, those are like a lot of like Disney Channel or Nickelodeon things. Yeah.
Crash and Bernstein. I don't know. These are We There Yet? The TV series. That was the Ice Cube movie. Hannah Montana, Corey, and these are all kids shows. All that. He goes way back too. What I Like About You, Reba. Norm, he did some Norm episodes.
Oh, okay.
Two of a Kind with the Olsen twins, Step by Step, Family Matters. I saw a show on here I've never heard of that maybe we could find someday called Mego with fucking Belky. Where he's an alien.
Oh, okay. I'll check that out.
And Perfect Strangers, that makes sense. Full House and Valerie. Which I think was the show where didn't Valerie get switched out? Oh yeah, they changed it to Hogan's Family.
Yeah, the Hogan Family. Yeah, it's like basically after the first season or whatever, it's like, oh, okay, and like the even the picture of mom burned up in the house fire. It's like, oh, so also we don't even get to see what Valerie looked like. What's that?
Probably a classic of yours. Directed the movie Ski Patrol.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah. So did you find any episode at all in here that you would recommend anyone, or are you just gonna say skip this whole fucking thing?
I would really say skip the whole thing. If
you're like skip it, go watch Martin and Frasier.
But put it this way, if any episode you have to hit, I guess it would be the one that you brought up, the Paralegal Activity.
Did you see Leslie Jordan, who just passed away? We talked about. He showed up in an episode.
Yeah, as Alan Braddock's mortal enemy or whatever. The guy, I guess he lost his first case to, and he lost his alligator briefcase to.
And old was it Bert from Tremors and the dad from Family Ties was in the one.
Yes, Michael Gross.
He was in the reunion one.
I saw that. It was kind of funny. It's also because in the episode, he's playing this multi-billionaire, but I was like, wait, he's gonna play the multi-billionaire, but it's like, oh no, but multi-billionaire, but he seems to have like tendencies towards like left-leaning tendencies. It's like, okay, that's more the Michael Gross type of character.
What did you think of the Ugly Baby episode? I thought that one had a few chuckles in it.
Yeah, that had a couple of laughs. Like the fact of it wasn't that like like the egg or the like the sperm or whatever got mixed up, whatever, because it was in vitro. It was the fact of, well, apparently his wife used to be like, she had a lot of work done.
But fugly. Yeah, this handsome man comes in and he's like, look at my wife. He's got a picture. I was like, oh, she's gorgeous. And he goes, this is our baby. And they're like, oh, Jesus Christ.
Right, yeah.
He's like, we got teeth. He comes out with fucking teeth. And the whole episode is he's trying to figure out if maybe they messed something up at the clinic.
Or did his wife cheat or something.
Right.
But, yeah.
You find out she was actually genetically hideous.
Right.
She had a lot of work done. Oh, yeah, there was a few chuckles in there. He's like, you gotta see life by the balls. Carpe scrotum.
Right. Yeah. It's like even lines like that. I was like, eh.
I think Kelsey Grammer, he gets some leeway with me just because his delivery is always so funny.
Oh yeah, no, he's got great delivery. And I said, I think his character, I think you were saying too, his character's probably the closest to a good character, but or a deeper character, but it never gets deep enough.
Have you seen any of his other failed shows? He had a couple failed sitcoms now. This one, he had the show, actually we covered Everybody Loves Raymond. He had a show with Patricia Heaton called Back to You, where
That's
they
the one
were
with
newscasters.
Okay. When you first brought up the whole thing, Partners, I thought this was the one with Patricia Heaton, and then all of a sudden I saw it, and I'm like, no, that's not Patricia Heaton, that's Martin Lawrence. Okay.
I think the premise of that was that they were exes, they were divorced, and then end up having to anchor the news together or something. Lasted one season as well. I think I have the DVD back there.
Yeah,
because I'm the one guy that bought the DVD of Back to You.
Oh my God. This sounds like have you watched any of the? I know we watched the Kids in the Hall, the Death Comes to Town. But have you watched any of the new season of Kids in the Hall yet?
No, I'm not.
You got to watch, because the way they started out is hilarious. That someone buys a copy of the Kids in the Hall movie, Brain Candy.
Oh yeah,
which was very, very not well received.
A miserable failure, yeah.
But someone buys it, and it made enough money now, to break the curse, so the Kids in the Hall can be reborn.
Oh God.
So
we made our $85 back, guys.
So that's what it sounds like. You buying the copy of Back to You.
Also, Back to You gets renewed for season 2. I did it. I
made this happen.
I think I paid $3.99 at a Goodwill for it, but whatever.
You overpaid probably.
Yeah, it's 8 cents an episode, bro. What the fuck?
But yeah, here's a question for you for this show. How do you think this would have been? What would you have done to make this better?
I would have gotten rid of all these side characters. I would have focused on our 2 leads. I would have made Marcus more of a Martin type character.
Yes.
You're hindering Martin Lawrence with this kind of dull, boring, bland character. He's almost the straight man, which is strange.
He is.
To me.
He is supposed to be playing as the community activist. He's playing the straight man. But I guess the theme of it is he's supposed to learn some. It's okay, you can't always just be the nice guy from the Kelsey Grammer's character, and Kelsey Grammer's you should learn to be more ethical like him. It's I see where they were trying to go. But
I would do the episode where he fires the whole rest of the group. He fires Michael, and then he goes, "You ain't got no damn job, Michael. Fuck you, get out."
And I'll say that the 2 side characters I would keep. one is Thelma Hopkins, like as the mom, and
yeah, she's fine.
She's fine when she's on screen, and like there were some good interactions between her and Kelsey Grammer, and and then of course between her and Martin. So it's like, why didn't they focus with that a little more, especially given the which of the theme song? Mama said she didn't raise no fool.
Yeah, what'd you think of the theme? Interesting little ditty, I guess.
Yeah, like just catchy little fine thing. Like, put it this way, it wasn't bad. It wasn't like my favorite theme song, but
is that an original song written for this, or is that an old song?
Yeah, it's an original song. Although I'd love to know who actually sang it, because it's by Jingle Punks, which is more of a music publishing company.
What if Thelma sang it?
What's that?
What if Thelma sang it?
It could have been. I wouldn't be surprised.
Sounds kind of soul-y.
Yeah, but yeah, like it would have been nice to know who actually sang the thing rather than just who produced it. Yeah. But I would have kept her character, and I would have kept actually Veronica, the investigator, but just make her a little deeper, because she's that kind of character that could come in and it's just like, okay, what the hell? Like, she could be dressed up as whatever, and it's like, oh, she's going undercover. Like, I don't know. I see her as like one of these like sitcom tropey type of thing where it's like you could use her as like this just wackiness every once in a while. How would okay, besides firing most of the people, the side characters, what else would you do to make this show a little better?
I think that we need more courtroom stuff. I kind of was like intrigued with the lawyer thing, and we don't get a lot in the courtroom, really.
No, which is strange.
We're mostly sitting in their little office, or they're at their desk and chit-chatting about whatever case, but we rarely get the case. It's a lot of settlements. Let's go in that little back room and settle the argument between somebody, but...
Yeah, but I agree. It's so strange that you say that, but if you made a little more... Again, you don't need to be Night Court, but yeah, let's actually focus more on the case and actually like show how they're dealing with the case, because you could have a lot of courtroom antics.
Well, it would give it more urgency too, and like, you have these legal issues that might add some like I said, urgency or some gravitas to the things, instead of just sitting in a room going blah, 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 blah. Hey, here's some money, you're gonna settle this and goodbye.
Right.
That's how it usually went.
It's like like you could, and again, going back to the one character, Veronica, you could have had her like dressed up as whatever, like someone else or whatever, handing them some kind of evidence to to add to the case or whatever in court, because even though that's not the way like court cases really go, it seems to be on TV that's the way they go.
This could almost work better for me if it wasn't a sitcom per se, almost. If you made this more not a drama, but like a single camera legal show, and you had more of an overarching maybe story throughout the season. I think this could have worked better like that.
Yeah,
as a sitcom, I don't think it quite works.
You know what? You're right. Actually, this probably would have worked a lot better not as a sitcom, and you could have actually had deeper characters by doing so.
Maybe if you had a trial that is introduced in the beginning of the season, and it's kind of they're working on it throughout. They have all their little cases here and there, but if they're working on something, I don't know. I feel like this show needs an arc. There's really no arc.
Yeah, no, there is.
Show it all.
There is no arc in this.
There's no character development. There's no arc. There's no, all these little meandering cases are going to be solved in 20 minutes. It's like, whatever.
Yeah, but again, going back to the sitcom formula version, they could have, even though it's like, okay, the case is going to be solved in 20 minutes, you could have had a lot more fun with it and kept to the cases, and the cases could have helped bring out their personalities a little more.
Yeah. I mean, there was interesting ideas, like even the episode, which one had where Marcus is accused of stealing because he's black in like the rich store or whatever. Was that the first episode?
Hoffman's, I think. No, I think that was like the third episode or something like that.
Okay. like there's ideas there, and you could have really done something with that, made a statement in a funny way, and it's all just kind of brushed over. It's not really, I don't know. It's things are touched on, but they're not embraced, I think.
Right.
But yeah, I would not recommend this show. I don't think it's a horrible show. If you got, would it take 5 hours to watch all?
Right. Yeah, it's
you
like
got 5 hours on an afternoon and you're curious, I guess it's free to watch on YouTube.
Correct.
So it's only 10 episodes, and one of them made me laugh.
So the important thing, going to the list, where does this fall on the list for you?
I have not. You were gonna see me place it in real time because I have not.
Yep, same here.
Let's see here. I can't shit on it. Like, I don't think it's horrible. Where the fuck is my list? What'd you do with my list, bro?
Dude, where's my list?
Dude, where's my dick? What the fuck is it? Oh, I think I pulled it out here. Hold on. Here we go. All right, so
Maybe
my top 5: Night Court, The King of Queens, News Radio, Friends, and Raising Hope. I'm gonna put this at number 1. No.
Oh my God, you are sick. No.
I've never been more hungover in my entire life. Let's see. Here from the bottom of my list up, we got 8 Simple Rules, My Wife and Kids, Head of the Class. I think it's better than all of those. Dharma and Greg, Amos and Andy, Full House. Is this better than Amos and Andy or Dharma and Greg?
No. Nah. I think both of those shows, there's a lot more to those shows that you like to laugh about, like, and like you said, like even with Dharma and Greg, not the greatest show ever, but the parents, the dads were so funny.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and pop this in between Dharma and Greg and Head of the Class.
Okay.
Making it my 4th from the bottom.
Okay. Now here's my bottom ones. I got 8 Simple Rules down in the toilet. I got Head of the Class, Full House, My Wife and Kids. I'm going to actually put this ahead of the Head of the Class, but right below Full House, because as
another Boyette production.
Yes.
Boyette is rounding out the bottom of your list very well.
Yes, as contrived as Full House, like in sugar sweet, at the end of every episode. There's something about at least Full House versus this.
They certainly had more memorable characters.
Yes, exactly. So this is 3rd from the bottom for me.
Yeah, and it actually kind of, I don't feel like it's bad. I don't feel like it's bad. It's just not very good.
Yeah, it's strange when I look at our list. The only one that I would say is really bad is 8 Simple Rules. The other ones have some sort of merit, as little as some of them have, like Head of the Class, to much better ones like freaking Night Court and like Raymond and things like that. So,
well, all right, well, partners, there you go, kids. In case you cared where we were putting that motherfucker, I think that's a good place for it. I think Dharma and Greg, yeah, the fathers alone bumped that right above it.
Exactly.
You always mentioned MeTV, and I think they might actually be picking up Mayberry Man to air. So.
Oh, sweet. Awesome.
Yeah, I watching one of their lives the other day. They mentioned that MeTV was interested in Mayberry Man. So keep your eyes out there.
Very cool.
All right. Well, nobody else die. Nobody else fucking die.
Yes, please.
And,
no more dying.
Follow us on Facebook, facebook.com/sitcommyface. Follow this boy on Twitch over at twitch.tv/netnick191. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Follow me, twitch.tv/bidwellfog. You can find us on YouTube. Just search Sitcom My Face. We're on Spotify. We're on Stitcher. We're on Apple iTunes, whatever the fuck that's called. Fucking hate that ecosystem. We're on Amazon Music. We're everywhere, kids. Go listen. Go subscribe. Go follow. Go fuck yourself. I mean, have a...
or are you sending that out to the makers of Partners?
Yeah. Robert Boyette. Miller. It's usually Miller Boyette. So
yes.
Miller probably read this script and was like, fuck that.
Yeah, I'm not touching this.
On your own, Robert. Enjoy.
Well,
what would we like our listeners to do, Nick?
Well, until next time, we hope you'll sitcom
my
face.
Good night.